All right, everybody. Hey, it's Dave Kramer, and this is Kramer Unstuck, and I just want to talk about this whole thing with Kyle Rittenhouse, where he came out and he said, "I'm taking my support away from Trump." Now I'm ad-libbing, and I'm putting it behind Ron Paul. I'm going to write in Ron Paul. Now, as someone who has an anarchist mindset, I don't vote because I don't want a government over me. I don't want power. I want to govern myself, and I believe everybody can govern themselves. Some may need help, but others, and there's things I might need help in. But Kyle Rittenhouse, I agree with what he did during the riots, but Kyle is somewhat emotionally immature. When I saw some clips of him on the stand crying, I was like, yeah, that ain't a good look at all. Um, I believe as a man, you need to be stoic. You need to control your feelings as much as possible, and that is not a given. You're not going to be perfect at that. There are times that you're going to have to talk yourself. I have to talk myself down. I have to talk to myself, and say, knock it the fuck off. Pull yourself together. Because I get angry real quick over any bullshit. The smallest little iota of bullshit, I'm like, death. But Kyle came out and said that, and then you had all the MAGA people. Now, I think I said this in the beginning. I am anti-government. I do not vote. I have no respect for any politician or anybody that runs for government. Anybody that is running for government or in government just wants power and control over me and you. Tax the living shit out of us. That's my money and that's your money. That's theft and extortion. Okay? And they misuse it constantly because government is force and government is incompetence. Okay, they have an agenda. All right. They're not stupid, but they have an agenda and they're controlled by the bankers. But I just want to talk about the people that jumped on Kyle Rittenhouse. You have guys, these like Cat Turd and um, Joey Manorino, and I didn't see that Colin Rugg was on there. There's a Colin Rugg, but all of these MAGA conservative influencers, and it's the same shit on the other side with these influencers. Like there's Harry Sasan, there's uh, Defiant Brooklyn, Defiant Dad. Think there's another one. He's on YouTube. He's probably on X. I can't think of it right now, but hundreds of thousands and millions of followers. Hundreds of thousands and millions of little pathetic sheep that are in one or the other cult. They're in the blue cult, or the red cult, or the green cult, or the white cult. Okay? Uh, you know, both parties and all politicians, I don't care who the hell it is running for government or what the hell they say, they're all anti Second Amendment. They're all for limiting or even taking away free speech. But for you MAGA morons, okay, Donald Trump is red flag law, a pro red flag law. Let's take the guns and worry about due process later. He's an infringement. His ideas infringe on our Second Amendment rights because they don't want us to have guns. They want us to end up like England, like Canada, like Australia and New Zealand, where you have a totalitarian dictatorship coming after you because you decided to comment and reply online. You noticed a protest. Now we got to get you. Um, but these influencers they irritate me. They're pathetic. I have been on Twitter and or X, and I have commented on their, I have replied, put replies on their uh, timeline on their page, knowing full well that they're never going to respond because they don't care. These are people, okay, red, blue, like I said, red, blue, green, white, whatever. Okay, libertarian candidate for president, a libertarian running to have power over you and me. That's not a libertarian, okay? I could consider myself a libertarian. The only way I want power and control over you is if you decide to get in my face, invade my personal space, come on my property, screw with my home, my family, whatever. Now I want power over you because you tried to get power over me. Otherwise, live and let live. But these influencers, okay, these MAGA influencers, these uh, Democrat influencers, whatever they are cowards and traitors who do not. Here's the thing. I, I'm I'm sure there's some out there that know what they're doing. Okay, they're controlled opposition where they are paid by either party to start fights between people, to cause division. But they are traitors at heart. But I think the majority of these influencers don't realize they're blind to the fact that they are traitors and cowards because they are advocating for voting for a candidate. When Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, presidents are not elected. You don't vote them. You don't cast your ballot and actually have influence over who gets in office. He said they are selected. By who? The bankers. That's who they serve, not the people. They serve the bankers, you know? And Kyle, I agree with him with wanting to be pro Second Amendment and having no one infringe on it. I don't agree with him writing Ron Paul in because, like I said, don't vote. See, that's one of the easiest things you can do to become ungovernable. You don't vote. You just don't vote. You look at it and you go, I'm done. This is bullshit. This is complete bullshit. I mean, I think I don't know if I said this in another video. I might have. I'm not looking back over them, but I, the individual having power, where I have a pothole out there on the road, and I can go to Home Depot, I can go whatever Lowe's, whatever hardware store, and I can get asphalt, a bag of asphalt. Now, if you don't know how to do it, you Google it, you go on YouTube. Guaranteed 100% you're going to find instructions. Follow the instructions and patch your own damn pothole. Because guess what? That's your road out there. You know, here where I live, what the township said was they have control over 15 inches into your property, which I thought, ugh, am I paying tax? Are you extorting money from me in spring and in fall? Because my entire property is owned by the government. I don't own none of it. This house is theirs. Everything's theirs. But there are people out there that are that friggin' stupid because they do not, research shit and try to find out the truth. They go, oh well, they only own 15 inches into my ear, idiot. Just because they come around in the spring and summer and they cut 15 inches into your property doesn't mean shit. Because, see, you got to take care of the rest of their property. They're not going to do that because they're lazy. I wouldn't want them coming in here. That'd be a shit show. After they get done mowing, I'd be out there going, what in the fuck is this? Then I'd have to go out and have to remow the damn yard just because these idiot government didn't get it right. Okay? But yeah. And then, and like I said, I probably said this before. Your community gets together and pools money to get a road, whatever. Hey, you know, if I am not taxed, I may be able to afford a truck with a bucket on it and cut along maybe where the wires are. Okay? I mean, what? Well, that guy needs to do it because he has. I can figure it the fuck out. Yeah, to have that kind of, and I've done that. I've done that with smaller trees up in my woods where I saw they were leaning and I cut them down so they wouldn't come down and hit the wires. But if I go out on the street and I decide I want to climb up and cut that branch, guaranteed somebody's going to come along and go, hey, pal, you better get down. We got people designated for that. Yeah, that's my fucking woods. I'm designated. No, well, wait a minute. That's right. The government owns that woods. That's why I pay over $6,000 in property tax. And it keeps going up every fucking year. And why? If I decide not to pay my tax, the rest of you, when I get taken to jail, can pat themselves on the back and go, boy, I'm glad I'm a good boy who follows the fucking law. You know? And that's the thing, you know? If you're MAGA, if you're, Build Back Better, if you're Bobby Kennedy or whatever the fuck's out there, if you're with that shit, you're fucked in the head. You're a problem. You're the problem. See, the people are always the problem. I don't look at the candidates and I go, they're the problem. They're a symptom of the problem because they feel justified in having that power because the people give them that power. The people allow that illusion to continue. It's like money. Our fiat currency ain't worth shit. You're not getting paid at work. You're not buying anything. Everything, you're in debt. I mean, it ain't just drowning in debt. You're down there with the Titanic getting ready to implode. And one of these days, they might call in all that debt. What are you going to do about it? Huh? We're already slaves. There's an illusion of prosperity, there's an illusion of safety. We have the back the blue people. And the ones that really irritate me are the people that will have a don't tread on me sticker on their truck and a Back the Blues sticker on their truck. That doesn't work. That's oil and water. It doesn't mix. Don't tread on me, blue. Don't stop me for even having a light out on my truck because my truck is telling me on the display. It tells me that. It says, you got a light out. And then what? A cop stops me? Hey, pal, you better shut up. Of course, you say that, you're going to be out with handcuffs on, because of my ego. But yeah, getting back to Kyle Rittenhouse, he caved in. They just went totally, you know, bullied him. And they didn't have to bully him much, but boom. I mean, he lost. Let's see. I'm watching something else here. On 8/2, okay, August 2nd, and this was, I don't know when he came out with the tweet about Ron Paul, but August 2nd, after this tweet, after he came out and said, I'm going to back him up, he lost 45,035 followers, subscribers, whatever. Because they all got butthurt because he said he stuck up for our Second Amendment rights. He said, I'm going to stand on principle here. And I'm not going to, I'm going to vote for, just write this guy in, which you don't need to write anybody in. Okay? You stand on principle is, I'm going to do it myself because this is what's right. Okay? I don't get it from a government. Okay? The documents don't mean shit to me anymore. I used to be hey, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Yes. Who gave us that Constitution and Bill of Rights? A government. Okay? That's natural law. Okay? It's natural law. When I'm born, I have freedom of speech. I have the right to defend myself in whatever way. I have the right to um uh I can't think of that one now. It just escaped me. It was right there in my head. Having the personal property where I'm secure in my effects and personal property. Okay? No one gives me that. I'm born with that. And some will say, well, God gives you that. Nah, whatever. I believe in a God, and okay, if he did, great. But I have that right. But all the people, and I said a few names. I said Joey Manorino, and these are some of the people. Colin Rugg, he's another one. There's Travis. There's these. God, if you're male, okay, be a fucking man. Get your emotions under control. And like I said, it's not a given. You're never going to be perfect at it. Stop following the crowd. Stop following these friggin' leaders. I need a leader. A leader. The only thing keeping me from doing shit here is money. Okay? Back in it was 2021, before the inflation went up to whatever, and which is a tax. Okay? Do you realize that, people? This is a design plan. It just didn't just happen. It isn't like, oh my God, it's inflation. No, this is what they do. The stock market crash, that was a design plan. Okay? But inflation is another tax. So I don't know how much I've been taxed so far this year with my income, my friggin' two property taxes, and inflation. My God, back in 2021, when things finally seemed to calm down from the shit flu, I was able to go out and spend money, and this room paneling this thing that was over $1,000, and that didn't hurt me. I had another room in there that was around $800, didn't hurt me. The same year, so that was almost $2,000. Now it ain't a lot. There's some people that do it. I did it myself, and I'm not a believe me, when it comes to carpentry, I am a rough carpenter. Okay? I can get shit right, but there's sometimes that it's best if you don't go up close and look at it and go, well, what about this? Shut up. Just get back here. Just let's go further back, further back. How does it look now? Well, it looks pretty good. There you go. Boom. Put your magnifying glass away. But I'd have the money. There'd be shit that I do myself that I don't know how to do. I know a couple people that can help out, but I would buy the lumber. I would work on it. I don't care how long it takes me. Well, I don't have that money. Why? Because we got people who are beholden to other people. We got these leaders that people believe we need in power that have been fucking us. Okay, back in 1913, Federal Reserve, income tax, it destroyed this country. And it's just worse and worse and worse. And it, it's an illusion. Okay, that's it. It's an illusion. And Kyle gave into that illusion. All those people who bullied Kyle have given into that illusion because they believe we need that. And we don't. Yeah. It really, I'm going to say this, it really, and maybe you can, you know, you can see it. It friggin' irritates me at people. It friggin' irritated me in 2020 and uh, part of 2021 with all these pathetic going along with the bullshit people, controlling you, businesses, putting their little mandates and their little policies. Oh, we have this now, you know. And now they're going, yeah, it was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing. Unless you can have power over the people, then it's something. They would not band together. And we need to do that. We need to just step back from this bullshit illusion. Okay? Open your eyes, wake the fuck up. If you need glasses to see it, get some glasses. Find the right prescription so you can fucking put them on and go, holy fuck. It's like, yeah, you see it? I've been seeing it for fucking years now, you know? And I was a statist at one time. I used to vote, I used to believe what the media told me until it was right after the whole 9/11 thing, you know, when I started looking into shit. And I tell you, the rabbit hole is deep. It is deep. But I'm going to end it here. I hope I got my friggin' point across. I hope some of you people out there that may be kind of waking up, wake the fuck up. And I hope we got to have more people just out there continually just trying to wake people up. I mean, you know, it's it's just friggin' crazy. All right. So that's all I got right now. And I mean, with the way things are, I mean, I'm sure I'm probably going to have more, but man, wake up. All right?